I'm pretty sure at some point in time, we've all looked at the hero who either is fictional or non-fictional. When I was younger, I looked up to Superman. I admired the fact that he could go from being Clark Kent, this reporter who was raised on a farm, to Superman, the hero of Metropolis. He was so perfect, and everybody could rely on him to be there when they needed help. But as I grew up, I began to dislike how perfect he was. He could do no harm nor anything wrong in the eyes of the people who loved him. And I don't understand that. He had no flaws, so I couldn't be inspired by that. When I found out that he was perfect, I was so lost. I had nobody to look up to. And my cousin realized that. She began to tell me things like, it's okay to doubt yourself, because you're doing great right now. Well, that doesn't make any sense. If I'm doing so great, why would I be doubting myself? She'd also tell me, it's okay if the career path you're choosing right now isn't the one you'll do later. But that's a waste of my time, if it won't be the one I love later. Eventually, I found myself comparing me to her. I loved school, she hated school. Yet, I found her being so dedicated to it because she wanted to be a firefighter, and she wanted to be EMT certified. Without realizing it, she became my inspiration. And I'll tell you why. As soon as she got a job as a firefighter, she had a 24-hour shift. Within those 24 hours, she maybe got 2 calls to fight a fire. But her other calls were vehicle crashes, medical emergencies, and public calls. There was this one call that really got to her. She was called to some apartments with a young boy lying down on the ground. He was having a very hard time breathing because of some head trauma. When she got there, she immediately acted on her feet, got all of her equipment out of the bag, and began to do CPR on the boy. And everything was background noise. The people who were yelling, the parents who were acting so frantically, and the fact that the boy couldn't breathe. She was just focused on trying to get him to breathe. And she was so good at it. But eventually, she lost her confidence and lost her focus. The screaming got to her. And in that moment, she lost everything. She lost the boy's pulse. For weeks after this, she found herself beating herself up and crying. She thought maybe this job was not cut out for her. But thinking about quitting hurt her even more. And the reason I'm so inspired by her is because of that story. That goes on every day, yet she loves her job so much, she stays in it. That shows how strong, confident, compassionate, and dedicated, regardless of how rough it is, she is to this job and even to life. To me, that shows that she has flaws. And even with that, I think she's perfect. And I am so inspired by her. And she's the person who inspires me the most. Because she's my hero.